Okay. In the last class, we have done till here viewing slide, organizing slides using slide sorter. Today, we have to start from here how to use the format painter button, how to create a table in PowerPoint. Now, let us take a new slide first for creating the table. Okay. So I am just changing the layout of the slide and I'm taking it as a blank slide. Now for creating the table, you have to go to the insert tab. Then there is an option of table. Select the number of rows and number of columns you want to insert in your table. And then click on OK. Then table will be inserted. Now whatever the changes, like these are the different designs of the table. You want to choose any other design, you can choose. Like suppose I want to create this type of table. You want to increase the size, height and width of the table. You can just drag it like this. All rows, height and width will automatically increase. And now whatever the content you want to add in your table, that you can add. Now suppose now this is my first cell, or the heading of the cells. Here I want to merge all the cells. Suppose here I want to merge the cells and I want to write the name of the school. So I'll select all the cells together, right click on it, right click, and there is an option of merge cells. Merge cells means it will make it a single cell by combining all the cells. So here now whatever you will write, okay, now how to do the formatting of the table, means how to change the content or how to bring it in the center. So for that you have options in the home tab. You can bring the content to the center, and in the middle also if you want to bring, then there is an option of go to table properties for that. These are the table properties. Now here we have the option of text direction also and alignment of the text also. So we can click on this button, the content will automatically shift to the middle. Now see, these are the different cells. Suppose here I want to write roll number, then class, then section, and then name, and suppose percentage. uh, these fields I want to create in my table. Now suppose I want to merge or split. In class we have different options, like or in percentage, suppose I have different option: percentage of a student according to their best 5 result, and percentage of student of overall result. Now suppose this percentage column I want to display two different percentage for a single student, like roll number 1 Aditi, and sorry, here we have to write the class first. Class 10th, section A, name Aditi. Now suppose percentage, I want to display two different percentage for a single student. Then what I'll do, I will split the cell first. So click on the cell and there is an option of split cell. Click on this button. Now it is asking you that you want to divide this cell into two columns or into two rows. That is your choice. In case of percentage, I will prefer to divide it into two rows instead of columns. Click on OK. Now the single cell is divided into two rows, so I can insert two different percentages of a student here. 90, suppose 90.1%, she has secured overall, and best percentage is 91.5. So I can insert two different percentages like this. So this is how we can create a table. We can split a cell, we can merge a cell inside a table, and how to shift the content of the cell. For that you have to go to the layout tab, and these are the options for the alignment of the text. You can choose a different type of alignment, like text direction also you can choose. Like suppose instead of displaying these headings in a horizontal way, I want to display them in a vertical manner. So go to text direction and choose however you want to display. Rotate all text 270 degree. So now this will be rotated and it will be displayed like this. Clear? Okay. Next is, after creating the table, after merging and splitting cells, next is table styles. Also we have seen what are the table styles. In the design tab, these are the different styles of the table which you can insert. Hardik is saying we have done the tables. We have done the tables, but in the last class, I think I have not shown you the feature of merging and splitting of cells. Okay, next is now inserting images, rotating images, resizing and grouping. Let us insert an image now. This is my blank slide. I'm inserting an image now. I have an image on the desktop. Let us insert this image. Copy, paste. Okay, the image is inserted now. We how to rotate this image now. Suppose I want to rotate it horizontally or vertically. Then first click on the image, go to the format tab. There is an option of rotation. Choose the type of rotation which you want to choose in whatever the way. Like suppose he was standing, he was facing towards right by default, but now I want to keep the student facing towards left. So I will click on flip horizontally. So now he is facing towards left side. So this is how we can place an image and we can rotate it. Now suppose I have two different images on the same sheet. One is this image and one is this image. Okay, so now I want to rotate the student again towards the right side. So go to format tab, rotate, flip horizontally. Okay, now suppose these are the two images and I want to group these two images or whatever the objects. Like suppose we have a heading also on this page. Science lab. Okay, now I want to save this whole slide as an image, or I want to group all the objects of the slide together. Why I want to group all the objects together? So that if I'll copy any one of the object, the whole content should get copied to the next slide. So, or to the next PPT. So what for that, what you have to do, press Ctrl plus A to select all the objects which is there in the PPT, and then press Ctrl plus G. Ctrl plus G will group all the objects together and it will be a single object now. Now the whole slide content is a single object. Now we don't have three different objects. Earlier we were having a text and 2 images, and all the 3 were 3 different objects. But now we have only one single object, that is the content with 2 pictures. Now if I want to save it, I will right click and you can click on save as a picture. It will ask you the location where you want to save. Like suppose I want to save it on the desktop. In the same folder. Saved. Take a new slide. Now I'm going to copy the picture from there. This is the picture. Copy it and paste it. Now all the 3 objects are placed immediately together. So this is how you can convert the group. You can collaborate all the objects of a particular slide and group them into a single object. How we have done this? Control plus A to select all the objects, then press Control plus G to group the objects into a single object. How to ungroup? Shanvi is asking how to ungroup them. Shanvi, for to ungroup them, now the picture which you have pasted, that you cannot ungroup, but this slide where we have grouped all the objects. Now if I'll click on any single object, it you can easily ungroup them also by pressing Control plus G again. Again you have to press Control plus G button. It will ungroup all the objects like this. Now all the objects are again ungrouped. Or you can, second option is you can right click also, and there is an option of group and there is an option of ungroup. You can click on ungroup. Now there are no more single object. Okay, next is now inserting images, rotating images, resizing, everybody can do. Grouping of objects we have seen. Next is hyperlink. Now suppose I want to insert a hyperlink, or this science lab, this word is a hyperlink. So select the word which you want to convert as a hyperlink, right click on it. There is an option of hyperlink over here. If you will right click, you will be able to see a hyperlink option. Or the second option is go to insert tab, and there is an option of hyperlink. Click on this. This dialog box will appear. Here you have to write the address if you are going to insert something from the internet. Like suppose I want to open www.google.com, or the school website, suppose www.crpfpsdwarka.com, and press OK. Now it's a link. Now as soon as I'll click on this link, it will take little time to load the page because you are searching it from the internet. The circle is still rotating. It means it is opening the page. You have to wait patiently. If you will, this is an external link which takes times to load. But if you will create an internal link, then it will not take this much time. For example, ये देखो ये open हो गया है नीचे. So many times I have clicked, so it is opening so many times. till the time it is opening, I'm just showing you the internal link, how it creates the, how can we create internal link. Right click on the select the text which make picture as a link. So I'm just making the picture as a link. Right click, go to hyperlink. Now suppose after clicking on this picture, I want to open this PDF file, the syllabus PDF file. Select that file and press OK. Okay, the site is open now. As you can see, so the internal link, it will not take much time to open. Like suppose I'm attaching a PDF file. Okay, now check, click on the image. And for making the internal links, you have to just be very sure that the file which you are saving or the links where you are creating, you have to send that files with the link. Like suppose you are showing me a PPT in the school, and you have created 4 links in that PPT, then the content or the PDF file which you are attaching, it should also be in the same folder. Now as I have clicked on the link, so it has opened in front of me because of the internal link now. Okay, so next is now next topic is after hyperlinks. Next is transition animation. This is a question of last year board examination. What is the difference between transition and animation? Transition means if I'll insert, how the next is transition means after this slide, how the next slide will appear when I play the PPT. That is transition. And animation means how the content of the slide, one particular slide, how the content of that slide will appear. Like I'm going to group this all the objects so that I can give a single animation to all. Go to animation pane, click on add animation. Now whatever the type of animation you want to choose. Now I'm going to play this. Go to the last slide, slideshow. When I click on the next slide, it will open like this. That is transition. And now this is animation which is happening on the slide. So you have to decide कि आपकी जो animation है, it should come on click or on, with previous or after previous, whatever you want to choose, that you can choose. And now next is suppose how to insert audio and video. Okay, suppose I want to insert an audio on this page, then go to insert tab, go to, these are the options of audio and video. I don't have any video in my system, so I will not be able to show audio. I'm inserting, select the audio file, insert, audio is inserted. You want to trim audio, you can choose, or if you don't want to do anything, just place it wherever you want to place. Now I just want ki as soon as I'll click on this slide or I'll open this slide, automatically audio should start playing. Then you, for that you have to go to animation, click on the audio, and then from here you will select with previous, after previous, or whatever. I want to choose with previous. it should start automatically with no delay of time. You can also mention the time that it should start after 2 seconds or 3 seconds, whatever you want to choose. Now I'm going to play this again. So this should be start with previous, and next should also be start with previous. Now let us check. Because here it is starting start effect on click off group 3. Animation as per click sequence. So if I'll choose this option, rewind when done playing. Until next click. Start with previous I have set, but I don't know why it is not playing automatically. From beginning, after the current slide, don't trim. Okay. Options are all set. Let us check now. Okay, now this time I don't have to click on the start button of the audio. Automatically it starts. So this is how you can set the audio and video also. So it was this much only.